Hello, happy Thursday. I hate it when I get on here and I can't remember what day of the week it is. I should know. I had an appointment this morning, so I know it's Thursday. So we are excited. Our powder foundation in all the shades is restocked on my storefront. So I had a client that's been waiting, and I messaged her earlier today, and she was like, I went and picked up all four. Like, she got four of the same shade because it's her jam, right? And her shade has been out of stock for like almost 3 months. So I've been on the hunt for her, and I found out they're back, limited, obviously, because if the shade's been out for a few months, they're going to be limited when they come back. So anyway, they're back. I'm going to use them today. I'll show you how that is. So if you're hopping on, say hello. If you're catching the replay, say replay. And you're going to comment Thursday if I can help you with anything. Now, let me tell you, the month is winding down. And thanks to her order this morning, I am all the more close to a goal this month. So if there's been anything that you've watched me use, anything I've showed that you just sort of have an interest in or want to talk about, comment Thursday and let's discuss, because I would love for you to give it a try. We have a 14-day love it guarantee. So once you get it in your hands, if you try it and you don't like it, you can get a shipping label and send it back, and all's good with the world. So nothing to worry about with that. So let's get started. Powder foundation for me was a true staple in my life. And I didn't know how bad powder foundation could be, right? A lot of them have talc. A lot of them are very drying. Let me get a little lip mask on. So, my lips needed that. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, the thing I like about our powder foundations is they are infused with shea butter. They are creamy. They have no talc in them whatsoever. And they actually give your face like a little bit of a lift as the day goes on. It's I don't even know how to describe it. It's the craziest thing. So I use 2 shades. I'm considering buying the 3rd shade where I can do my contour with all powder. But for today, we'll do contour with the cream because I don't have it yet. So anyway, I am going to put on a little primer. And I don't like using the illuminating primer underneath the powder foundation. To me, it has too much of a shine to it. And the thing about our powder foundation is you want the matte of it. So what I'm actually going to do is come in with the Prime Set Mist, because it is a primer and a setting mist. So it kind of does both duties for you. So I'm just going to spray this on my face and use it as my primer. All right. We'll let that soak in just a hot minute. All right, hold on. I've found lately, whoa, a little zoomed in is better than not zoomed in. Well, it doesn't have to be that extreme, but I think it's easier for you to see what I'm doing. So I do like to curl my lashes. The other exciting thing about today, and again, we can talk about all this when you comment, is I have 3 different lipstick bundles that are all shipping for free. So if you need a lipstick refresh, I will show you what those are today at the end. So stick with me while we talk powder foundation, and then at the end, we're going to go over some lipstick options. All right. So I come in with my base shade, and I do it all along the, I'm going to drop that, the perimeter, right? And I'm going to exclude here and here and here and here, right? So like the T area. And what I'm going to do for that is come in with a lighter shade. So I'm sort of illuminating the inside kind of diamond right here, right? So we're going to illuminate that. And then the outside's going to have my normal shade, if that makes any sense. All right. So we're just going to swirl and swirl. With the BB, I tap. With this, I find swirling works better. I'm only gonna do one side of my face, and I want you to see how good this mattifying, very full coverage. Well, let's just say it's buildable, right? You can do anything with a light hand, in my opinion. All right, let me show you. I'm gonna put the middle color under my eyes. The easiest way for me to do that is now I have some veins on my eyes, so this may not work best for you. For me, I love to just close my eyes and I rub it all over my eyelids and then get under my eyes. But do you see how nice that covered? See, I've got, you know, I have imperfections. We all do, right? None of our skin looks glorious all the time. I just love how the difference. I love a mattified look on a foundation. So if that is your jam and you like a powder, as my client did earlier, run. She was so funny. I don't personally know her. You know, some of you I know personally, right? That purchased from me. So it's just so funny because I don't know what her tendencies are or anything. And so when I sent her this morning that, oh my gosh, they're back. Your shades are back. And then I was trying to explain that, you know, we might be limited stock since her shade's been out for like 3 months or whatever. And she was so funny. She replied back. She said, I got 4 of them. I was like, well, I was going to say stock up, but I didn't want to be like pressuring. So she stocked up. All right, if you're hopping on, say hello. If you're catching the replay, you're saying replay and you're commenting Thursday. I also am running a deal through the end of the month. If you comment replay, you go into a drawing. And that drawing will be a free product from Unique from me to you, whoever wins the drawing. So many times as you comment replay is as many times as you enter the drawing. All right, so I am going to come with my contour. Again, you can buy a 3rd shade, which is what I'm probably going to do, that I could use then as my contour, where I wouldn't have to use cream. But, you know, I have nothing against the cream, so we'll just go in with that. Where's my brush? Here it is. We're just kind of staying down under the brow bone. What am I talking about? That's over here. Under the cheekbone. That's where I was going. And then all up along the hairline. So this is my cheekbone, so I'm kind of right under. So you're trying to create kind of that hollow look, right? Especially if your face shape is like mine, which I'm much more round. See how that just gives me a little bit of warmth, especially because I'm so pale. I need that warmth. All right, I'm going to come in with the neutral blush because I want to show you 3 different lipsticks and they're all over the board. Because, you know, we don't all like the same lip colors. So I want to show you the 3 lipstick bundles I put together today to be on special for free shipping. So if you need a little refresh for your lipstick, I've got a brown option, I got a purple option, I got a pink option. So we can figure out what works for you. All right. So I'm going to also do something neutral on my eyes because, again, if we're going to showcase some different lip colors, you know, you don't want your eyes to be like pink and then you show a red lip, right? That just doesn't, it doesn't work well together. And I don't believe that you need to change your eyeshadow every time you're changing your lip necessarily, right? That's not really the important part of this. The important part is that the more neutral your eye is, the more your lip can be the standout of the show. So I am going to, what am I going to do for my most neutral eye? I'm going to come in with my one liquid shadow. These are great because they do not crease, they do not budge, they dry to a powder. You can tap with your finger or you can tap with a brush just to blend out the edges. That's all I'm really doing while it's drying. See? So it's just got a little color on my eyes. Also, the more neutral your eyeshadow, the more your mascara is the star of your eyes. And I'm all about that. All right, so we're just let that kind of dry. I'm going to come in with our Quadra. If you've never tried a tubing mascara, Quadra will be your friend. It is so fantastic. It has, of course, the tubing, which is going to be, it wraps the primer and the serum all around each lash. Then also when you take it off, you basically just, you can just do it with your finger. Go like this and it comes off in little tubes. So it's so gentle on your removal. I use one of those makeup eraser type reusable cloth things. You can get them everywhere, but I like them because I got a thing in like black, so I don't, if I have a normal mascara, it doesn't go everywhere. I just get warm water and I just hold that and then just pull straight down and whoop, no more mascara. All right. So this has lash primer, lash serum. So it is strengthening and growing your lashes as you wear it. Tubing is great for the summer, sweat, humidity, pools. Now, if you go underwater with this on and you touch your eye, you could remove it, but you won't have raccoon eyes. So that's why we say this one is really good for the pools, because any other is going to make you look pretty scary. All right, one more little pass. Look at how long my lashes are. It's pretty crazy. All right, there we go. A little bit on the bottom. And then we're going to talk lips. So I've shown all of these lips before. Okay, scary. All right, Let me get out my cleansing cloth. So I love these because they're wet, right? And they're gonna help me take off lipstick. So I'm gonna start with the easy one first. That's easiest to take off. I'm gonna start with the brown. So for my brown combo, I use a color stick, a cream color stick that I would normally use like as a blush or whatever. But it comes in this gorgeous copper shade. So this is my copper lip. So the color stick, but then come on top with Copper Breeze for the lip gloss, which has this gorgeous shimmer. So it's like shimmer on top of shimmer. But I think it's a great summer lip because it is that copper, not so deep of a brown, if that makes sense, right? So I could rock this all day long. I mean, and I love our lip glosses because they're not sticky. And I almost feel, I know this isn't proper, so like don't write this down as our lipsticks do this, our lip glosses. I feel like they absorb into your lips somewhat to the point that they don't transfer immediately. I've worn some lip glosses that I barely put a straw to it and my whole lip gloss is gone, right? And they leave a little imprint, yes, but I feel like they just absorb to the point that they don't transfer quite as horribly as other lip glosses that I've used in the past. So that is my Copper Duo. I love that for just a neutral a neutral lip. What am I doing? Hello. All right. So then my second option, let me take that off. Let me dry my lip. We'll kind of mattify it. Okay. My second option is pink. So this color is a very neutral undertone. That I feel like almost anyone can wear. Again, I am so pale. But isn't that just a gorgeous pink? And this is a 12-hour wear. So once you put that on and you let that stay, you can go to dinner. You can have a few drinks. You drink out of a straw. You can drink out of a glass. It's not going to go anywhere. Now, I topped it last week with Minted, which, you know, I love on brand with Minted. But Minted is a true lipstick. So it took part of this off with it when it went. But if you just wear this on its own, that color is going to stay. You could top a gloss on it. You could top Minted on it. We could build a cart with Minted and a gloss if you wanted options or whatever. But this lip just all on its own is a great neutral pink. So that's my pink option at the moment. Again, we can alter your cart to be whatever you want it to be. And then for a fun pop of color, see if I can get all that off there. For a fun pop of color, we are going to do a purple lip. And I know you're thinking, what? I would normally shy away from this because to me, a purple lip sounds weird, right? Like, I don't know. If you've been watching my stories, my nail lady is trying to get me to do like a light blue and like a pale green and some other things on my nails. And I'm just like, no, not me. I'm just more of a traditional girl. So the idea of a purple lip is like, whoo, oh, hold on. What are we doing? But I tried it and I really loved it. So again, in the long lasting splash line, so I always draw out my bottom, mush together, and I fixed my Cupid's bow. And a little bit of this goes a long way, so this tube is going to last you forever. Well, now I haven't been using this one particularly that much because I just started trying the purple recently, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's just so pretty. If you've been following along, I love a bold lip. I just never really thought purple would be my bold lip of choice. But I think it looks so pretty. And again, gorgeous undertones, looks good on about anybody. So those are my 3 sort of lip options that I have shipping free today if you'd like to refresh your lipstick. So maybe you don't have a pink you love, or you've never tried a purple because, you know, I was never goth or anything where I thought I needed a purple or really dark lip. So, you know, but I think it is a gorgeous color. So the big takeaways from today: powder's back in all shades. So message me or comment on this if you've been wanting the powder, because the shades that have been out of stock, once we message all our clients like I did today with mine and she bought 4 of her shade, you know, that's going to start going and those shades could disappear. So run if you want powder. And then if I can help you with your lip, just again, comment Thursday or message me and I'd be happy to help you with the new lip shade for the summer. All right. Thanks for watching. Until next time. See you then.